twerk, you know what I'm saying, with a back don't move type shit.
This that Batman Joker daily duo Comic Con.
I can't
This that
do it.
Batman Joker daily
Y'all
duo
see me, I'm a
Comic Con.
thick boy.
This that Batman
I'm a
Joker
thick
daily duo
boy.
Comic
Tulsa Comic Book Swap Halloween featuring Tammy Aaron, Jimmy Trammell, Johnny Johnson, Pacheco's Taqueria, Candy Food Truck, JC's Comic Book Lounge, Comic Cons Podcast, Empire Comics, Brad Ashworth.
Dad, you're back in town? Too busy off saving the world.
Well, you know the world doesn't save itself.
I'm gonna do something totally not awkward and make this the first day of the new me. It's time for me to do something meaningful. Where is the justice in pegging a civil problem on a single person trying to do something good?
Overachieve much, Miss Brown? I appreciate your enthusiasm, I really do. But shouldn't you be a little more concerned about your popularity?
What?
When Floozy in a costume says something about a crime boss, and suddenly GCPD is dancing to her tune.
I'll call him in. See if he knows anything about this spoiler character.
They always rhyme. Y'all should have learned. Yeah, this that Batman Joker daily duo Comic Cons. 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 I'll pop up, break that brother legs. Where is he? Try to run, I'ma hit him with that frisbee. This ain't no pop gun. I'll pop you where your kids be. Clown mask, bloody bad boy.
Yo, it's your main man, King Castro X, coming at you live and direct with another episode of the Comic Cons podcast. Kids, I know it's been too long since you've seen this image right here. Me and my co-host here. Introduce yourself, King.
What is up, everyone? It's been a while, but it is, and forever will be.
Mm-hmm.
Young Master Juwlz in the building. And where are we at today?
We are here live, ladies and gentlemen, and in charge at the home of the Comic Cons podcast, kids, the one and only home. That is Impulse Creations, where you can get 30% off all
Pre-orders and subscriptions.
True indeed. And Young Master Juwlz, it's been a little bit since we've sat down. You know, I've been podding and stuff like that, just keeping things running or whatever. It is currently issue number 34.
Ooh.
So we're up, baby. Issue 34. We're very close to 50. That'll be the end of the first season, kids. I still have a giveaway for you guys as well, man. We just haven't done it. I think we may be just giving some stuff away at Tulsa Comic Book Swap on October, 15th, I think. Am I correct or incorrect?
I thought it was like Halloween, close to Halloween.
Tulsa Comic Book Swap. It's a Halloween comic book swap. Just pay attention to the Instagram, kids. I'm going to drop the flyer today.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick. We should know this.
Nick, I should. I'm a failure. It's my fault. Not Juwlz. Juwlz never does anything wrong. Look at him. He's beautiful. The Almighty. But yeah, so what I'm thinking is what we'll probably do is maybe have you guys answer some questions or something. We'll give you some stuff. We have some really cool books that we want to give away, so be sure to pull up to the Tulsa Comic Book Swap, kids. Man, it's been more than enough time for us to reunite. I'm happy we're finally here. I've been doing a whole lot as far as, you know, working on the insides. You know what I mean? Working on my inner self. I've been taking a lot of time off. As you guys see, I mean, I'm still we're putting out content and things like that. We started with the React videos and stuff like that, but you know, it's been a while. I know Juwlz has been training as well. He's been, you know, being a father, doing all these things. Brother, as always, let's start out with you, man. What's been up?
Man, same old, just more of a grind to do so, in the sense of trying to now, like, I got a new job, so
nice.
That's exciting.
Congrats.
But thank you. So just trying to get everything back on track while also staying on the grind.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the grind, and then there's the grind to stay on the grind, even though things are not
It's the
looking
unseen
up.
grind, man. People don't know about.
For sure. But like you said, same old, same old. Being a father, podcasting when I can. I just did my 60. It's the list. I'm sorry, 60th episode. Golly, that was fun. It was about relationships.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, continuing to try to be great, continuing to keep the ball rolling in a good direction where I feel like both of us are going to succeed in this. So just honing skills and living life.
True indeed. You're not trying to be great though, brother. You are great.
I appreciate it.
You definitely embody greatness to me.
Thank
man.
you.
You're
Yeah,
doing everything you can and you killing it.
thank you. I tell people, man, humbly, you're witnessing greatness because
True indeed.
the amount of, I guess, inspiration I give people. I don't see it myself as inspirational. I just see myself as somebody who wants something enough to go get it, regardless of regardless of circumstance. If that's inspirational to some people, that's cool. I just want it to be normal for myself. You feel me? Like everybody who I thought was inspirational, who had money, they had this type of feeling. And I'm assuming they had this type of drive. So with me having both and continuing to see where I started and where I'm going, I know like I'm going to be great. But to continue to get to that level, I have to continue to try to be great.
100%, man. So it's everyday effort, you know.
For sure.
Again, that grind behind the grind that people don't know, it's a lot, man. You got to get up on days you don't want to get up. You got to push when you don't want to push. You know, when you're feeling lazy, tired, hungry, sleepy, sad, mad, you just got to go.
See, Andrew Tate, he said this. He was like, my emotions don't got shit to do with what I got to do today. And every time I go to the gym and I don't want to be there, it was like, what does this got to do with you working out? What does this got to do with you doing
Shouldn't
something?
prevent you.
Right. Like, do it mad, do it happy, do it fucking tired. Like, just do it.
Just do it.
Right. We're not getting paid for that. Nike, hit me up.
Not at all. And kids, I understand that's easier said than done, but when you do and you complete that workout, or you go to your job, or you do whatever it is you're trying to do, you chase your dream, you post that content, whatever it may be, like, you feel 10 times better. You know, it's so much more worth it. You know what I mean? I love that you quoted Andrew Tate. There's a guy that he spends a lot of time with that I also watch. I think he goes by like Jay Wallen or something like that. Probably mispronounced his name, but he said you can't rely on motivation. You know what I'm saying? The reason is people often say, like, I lack the motivation, or I don't have the motivation today, or I do have the motivation today, and I can, you know what I mean? The motivation is there. But the motivation isn't a source that's always readily available. And that goes into what you're saying as far as, like, you know, there's days where you just gotta grind. You gotta do it because it's what needs to be done. You know, shout out to the bat. You know, it just needs to be done. Take care of the mission, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're feeling emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Just get up, do what you know you need to do. And I think that's hella inspiring, man. That's how I'm trying to operate as of, you know, current life. You know what I mean? Just get up and go. I've made myself a new goals list, man. Me and my wife, we got a whiteboard hung up in the living room now, and we write our weekly goals and our daily goals. And on my daily goals, one of them goals is to again, to relate to, you know, get up and just go. I'm trying, it's kind of crazy, but I'm trying to as soon as my eyes open, I'm trying to get up. You know, oftentimes we roll over, we hit the alarm, things like that. I'm like, man, I'm missing too much time. It's potentially part of the reason maybe me and Juwlz haven't been podcasting as much. Is potentially part of the reason content ain't posted. It's part of the reason potentially just goals haven't been reached. You know, we give ourselves too much time. We don't got that. So I've been trying to, like I said, man, the moment I've been doing it really good this week. This week I've been killing the game, baby, and I'm very proud. I'm a boast about it. I'm confident in it. As soon as the eyes open, man, get up, go. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to, you asked me earlier off air, you know, just some of the things I've been doing for my inner self. Again, that's what I've been taking a lot of time to do. I've stopped streaming as much, man, just so I could do this, so I can make sure I'm rested up for my workouts, you know, things like that, because rest is everything. If you want results, you got to get your rest. Still don't have enough freaking rest, but that's completely fine. I'm satisfied off my 6. I probably need 8, but I'm satisfied off my 5 or 6. But another one of the things I've been doing is just trying to be conscious in myself. in the moment. So I wake up, I open my eyes, like I said, and as soon as they're open, I get up, I go. I make it downstairs. I try to sit with myself for 5 to 10 minutes without touching my phone first thing in the morning, and just be conscious in the moment. Listen to myself. Listen to what I'm feeling. Listen to what my body's telling me. Listen to what the world is trying to tell me, the universe, if you will, in some people's eyes, God, if you will. I just listen. I listen, and I sit there in the stillness, and that's been very nice. And I can't sit here and lie and act like I don't plot out my entire day in that 5 to 10 as well. You know, I've been really taking time to do stuff like that. And then me and my wife have been doing other things, you know, in regards to spirituality and just trying to build our inner selves and be the best us as a couple and as individuals, man. So we've been taking a lot of time to just grow, man. We read all these stories about comics and superheroes and, you know, stuff like that. And I often feel a lot of times these guys go through trials and tribulations, and yet somehow they find the power to keep going, the power to, as you talked about, to grind. And with that, man, I find a discipline in it, and that's why I've set these goals. I'm trying to teach myself some discipline that I ain't get when I was young, that I ain't give myself, you know, or that it wasn't given to me, however it works. But I'm trying to train myself and give myself that discipline as a Batman would, as a, you know, any hero that you rock with and respect, man. 9 times out of 10, they got a certain a regimen, a routine, you know.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's just going back to the word motivation. Mm-hmm. Discipline beats motivation.
Big facts.
Every time. Regardless if I want to go, I'm disciplined to go. Even if I don't want, I don't got the motivation today. Nah, if you're disciplined, I don't care.
Period.
You feel me? And I got to the point now where people that make excuses to me, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Because, I mean, you've seen my journey. Damn near being 500 pounds. Able to do so much that I have made myself into a man that is now, to me, acceptable. I don't want to hear anything else that somebody says, oh, well, I can't leave the club, or I can't, you know, be faithful to somebody. Well, you deserve everything you get. You feel me? It's like, it's that simple, regardless. If to me, if you live in the state of mind of I want to do better, and you don't do better, then you deserve everything that comes to you.
You know, my mama often calls it, you know, protecting your peace, man. When you get around these people that don't necessarily share similar goals, like me and you spend time together, you know, because we're partners, man, but we didn't start off as partners. We had similar goals and things like that. You know, when you spend time with people that want to be billionaires, that want to build, that want to make money, that want to work on their body, that want to expand their mind, that want to expand their soul, you're most likely going to do the same thing. You've heard it said time and time again, spend time with people that, you know, you want to be like, you know, and I think that that's very valid, Jules. And, you know, yeah, I think that's valid, man.
For sure. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't see what all I can be until I met you, right? I
appreciate that, bro.
For sure. I mean, even just
because I ain't nothing, you know what I mean?
The confidence of the intros, the podcast, the battle rap when I met you, everything that you've accomplished, the people who came there for your event,
I appreciate
to
it, man.
me was like, the sky's the limit. I can do this. And it was never a competition. It was, somebody has to do it. Why not me?
Period.
You know, like, even if, like, I would never do a battle rap league or whatever, but just success is so abundant. You know, like, there's plenty of podcasters, right? But there's plenty of people in the world. People are going to like you. Other people are going to like other podcasts that talk about comic books. 100%. But people are going to fuck with us.
Period.
They're going to be successful. We're going to be successful. But in the mind, people think that we have to be better than them.
You're talking right now, man.
Like, yeah, to me, like, and that's why, like, I probably said it on here before, but once you start to do better for yourself, others start to think you're trying to be better than them, and that's not the case at all. Like, I was talking to a friend before I came here, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I went to the gym." He was like, "Oh, don't try to be better than me." And I was like, he was just joking, but I was like, I'm trying to be the best man I can be. If that just happens to be better than you,
step up. Be
I can't
better,
do
baby.
you're right. I can't do nothing about that.
And it comes back at the end of the day, but you doing it for you.
For sure.
You're not trying to be better than anybody. You're trying to be a better
Exactly.
you. And then that's the very, I feel like, honestly, and I'm sure you can relate. You can speak on this. That's the very first step, is like recognizing and realizing, like, I can't do this with anybody else. Like, that's where I'm going to give up halfway through. It has to be a decision I make, and from my inner self, you know what I mean? Hey, sorry, yeah, we got a person outside. Yeah. But anyway, Juwlz, I definitely agree, man. It's all about, you got to do it for you. Sorry, y'all. Got distracted.
No, it's
But
all right.
You,
But yeah. Doing it for you and understanding that it will never be perfect. You're going to wake up, suck, even if you have that discipline. The workout maybe is going to feel trash. You're going to feel like you are going nowhere.
But you do your best to get that form. You do your best to keep pushing.
And then when I mean, even when I look at our podcast at the beginning of the show, or even when we first met, the difference in demeanor, the difference in conversation, the difference in chemistry came with the time. Even the bad podcast we had, even the frustrated. I'm pretty sure there's times that we were frustrated with each other during the podcast.
You know who a perfect example of this is, who I feel had, in the world in which he exists, had everything against him, but yet he always pushed, and he pushed the hardest, I feel, out of everybody in the show, is Rock Lee from Naruto. He was one person that, like, he didn't have the abilities they had speaking, because I don't know what is it. He had ninjutsu.
Yeah. So ninjutsu is a form of chakra that can give you like powers, if you will.
But he was the hardest trainer.
For sure.
He trained the hardest every single day. When he couldn't do 100 push-ups, he did 100 setups. When he couldn't do that, he did, you know what I mean?
And see, I find it, and that's beautiful, right? But I find it so beautiful in the sense of like talent, right? It looked like Rock Lee was given his all because he didn't have what the other people had. Not knowing that Naruto worked to exhaustion, Sasuke worked to exhaustion, but we see it as a handicap, where in reality each one of them had their strengths, and each one of them put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. Rock Lee is just more relatable because he's that human. You feel me?
And he had disadvantages in that particular
right,
world.
Right.
But
I was just saying, like, I don't want people to feel bad that, you know, if you have a talent or don't have a talent, you don't want to, like, if somebody can sing really well and you be like, oh, I'm ashamed I have this talent because I can sing really well. Other
Go
people,
get voice training.
Well, not even that. Like, I know some people want to downplay their talents because they feel bad for other people. Like, I was this therapist I had, or on the podcast once, she was like, yeah, I feel bad when I talk to people who had a bad life because my parents gave me everything. I had a good life. I never wanted for anything. And it comes to that mindset of, regardless if you had a good life or not, as long as you continue to strive and better yourself in that field or in that way of thinking to better these people, why does it matter? Continue building off your strengths. Like you said, Rock Lee built off the strengths that he had. He can only punch, kick, and run fast. And he did it to the best of his ability. So, regardless of what you do, I don't know where I was going with this. Regardless of what you do, continue to hone your skills and be great at whatever you want to be great in.
Be the best you can be, kids.
Yeah. Regardless of your talent, regardless if you have something more than, even if it's natural talent, keep building off that natural talent. You feel me? So, I guess that's what I was trying to say. Don't just feel like you have to be a weakling in order to have a good come up story. You know?
If you are a weakling, kids, be the best weakling.
Be the best fucking person you can be.
Without further ado, kids, this is
the Comic-Cons, and we're about to get into some
nerdy stuff. We just, like I said, we haven't seen each other, man, in so long. So it's like, we wanted to take that time to just catch up and talk, man. We haven't got to bond or do anything. So, but then also, I feel like it's special for the audience, for you guys to get to see like a piece of us that we don't necessarily get to show a lot.
Like, we're human.
Yeah, we're normal people.
Like, we're not rich yet.
We're trying.
We're human.
Exactly. So, you know, we just wanted to take that time to really be ourselves and give you guys us. Guys, we did read some comics this week. We're gonna go over a comic on this episode and more comics next week. We have some TV to talk about. Netflix has some new stuff coming out.
Some really good stuff
that I want to talk about with young Juwlz. You hip? You hip to it?
Oh yeah, maybe. Depending on what you're talking about.
We'll see what's going on. Juwlz has also watched some Netflix stuff as of recent. I've watched some Amazon stuff as of recent. A lot of new stuff going on in the gaming world. Shout out to Juwlz. He has a PS5. I don't. But in due time, I will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's just been a lot going on in the nerd world, kids. So, without further ado, we have read. We want to jump in the comic first?
Yeah, let's get into it.
And we don't have the comic on hand, kids, so this is all off head, baby, no notes. Let's kill it.
Better than the head.
Predator vs. Wolverine, issue 1, kids. Juwlz, I really, before we get into the review, let's talk about the book. So this book basically goes into a story of Wolverine out on his own, as he is all the time. He's a loner, and I love that about Wolverine.
Yeah, I can see you being Logan. Like, if you didn't have a wife and people who loved you.
So, bro, one of my goals, when I get my body all the way I want it, is to try to get a cast. You know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy to get casted as Wolverine. Because I see, like, them talking about, like, Daniel Radcliffe potentially being Wolverine. That's Harry Potter, by the way. He has a great body now, but, like,
but he don't have the face.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, if he gets to be Wolverine, like, let me get a shot. But...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not an actor either.
So, I lied.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the face because Hugh Jackman, that's Wolverine, right?
He has the face.
But yeah, he has the face, but he also played in The Greatest Showman. That was a musical about a circus act, and it was the best thing in the world.
That ain't got nothing to do with him being Wolverine.
I know that, but I'm saying if Daniel Radcliffe can be Harry Potter in the...
Which was an amazing run of movies.
It was all right.
It was great.
It was basically the same movie, but with different villains.
Isn't that every sequel? What was Batman Begins? What was The Dark Knight and then The Dark Knight Rises? It's the same movie.
Who was the villain in Batman Begins?
Scarecrow. It was one of my favorite actors. Cillian Murphy, by the way, from the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, I don't remember Batman Begins.
I don't either. I do, but it's my least favorite, kids. As we're here, I will say The Dark Knight is the hardest, The Dark Knight Rises, and then Batman Begins.
So looking back at, we just went left from the comic book.
We're getting to the comic, though.
We are, I promise. But to me, looking back at the Christian Bale Batmans, ass.
You're crazy. You are crazy.
Like, the dialogues is weird.
Not at all. Go back and watch them.
I'm not going to say ass and, like, they're not good, but like
this is crazy.
I looked back and was like, this is not really.
When's the last time you watched these movies, bro?
The other day.
You're lying. You're lying. He's lying right here.
Which wrestler had this theme song? Randy Orton?
No wrestlers use this. But this is a good song. This is I Walk Alone.
No, somebody did this.
No, sir. This has never been a wrestling song. Yeah.
I'm probably thinking of Randy Orton's then.
Randy Orton has a similar kind of song.
Maybe, I don't know. I swear I feel like this was a wrestler.
Anyway, the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan films are probably...
Why do you have to do both? Like,
because Christian Bale is Batman and Christopher Nolan is the director.
Right, but like he's only been Batman with Christopher Nolan, right?
Correct.
So you didn't...
Just to list the director. Because he deserves cred. Because it was phenomenal 3 films. So, yeah.
That intrigued me.
Yeah. Oftentimes when people list movies, they bring up the director and the main actor.
Fuck the director, man.
The director is
all he says is cut.
Not at all, Jules. You are insulting cinema. We would not have cinema if it wasn't for these great directors and people that make the movie.
I don't know. It's like basketball players, they make all the points, but I guess the owners are cool because they have them there.
Completely different.
I don't know.
The owners fund stuff.
What does a director do?
The director is the person that puts the movie together. They cut it, they edit it, they direct they add the direction. They tell the actor, "Hey, do this instead of that. What you're doing, it's not good."
So you gonna tell me how to act?
100%. If you're not doing I think we should get you on some movie sets. Jules.
I know, man. I want to do TV one day. I'm going to do TV one day.
Yeah, I think we should get you some experience. Then you'll see what the director does, or just watch some behind the scenes. I'm a nerd, so I watch a lot of behind the scenes.
Really?
The director is a huge part. You got the actor and you got the directors.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, I got this one little skit of a director that I think you'll like. But anyway, Predator vs. Wolverine is, like you said, he was in the woods alone, as he normally is.
I want to say really quick. The director is like but this is important. I'm trying to, because I want to figure out a metaphor for you to understand. So the director's like the man controlling the paintbrush, and the actors are the paint. You understand? The actors make it pretty, but the director's the one that's like
put him in position.
He's the orchestrator. You've seen those big bands, and you got the guy that tells people, how to do their thing.
Okay.
So
I'm just probably talking shit. I'm high as hell.
You're beautiful. I wanted to come up with a metaphor so you understood like what the director's job was. I didn't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so. No, I mean I know they're cool. I just didn't know. I mean, I thought like people mostly know the actor. I didn't know people like knew directors.
People do, unless they're nerds like me. And then
like Quentin Tarantino, he was a director.
He is the director, correct?
Okay. I don't know why he is
and
like
producer on some films.
Okay, so what did they do?
Producer kind of pays for the movie.
Okay.
They fund it.
Okay, you got money. Hit me up.
The producer kind of funds the film. The director directs the film, and then the actors act in the film.
Who gets more money?
It depends. I mean, a lot of these actors get crazy checks.
I know, man.
And some of them get no money at all.
It's crazy.
That's
what I was thinking. Like, it blows my mind. Just think of a movie, right? And you have, like, let's just say Denzel's in the movie. There's other people in the movie that I've never seen before. Where do they find these people at?
Casting calls. This is where Juwlz, you need to understand. We got to get you in some sets, like I said. So a casting call is not what you think it is, my friend. I mean, which it also is.
I've seen some amateur casting calls.
It works a similar way, minus some things. Casting calls where you put out a thing, like an ad stating like, hey,
I didn't like that.
I'm sorry. You basically put out an ad stating like, hey, I'm looking for this particular kind of individual to do this particular thing that has this particular set of abilities, and then you bring in like 100 people and you fill the role.
Okay,
that's how movies are made.
Fill that role, because some of these people are good. And I'm just like, where do they find these people? I mean, cool.
They also sometimes find them in other stuff, man. Christian Bale was cast as Batman from Christopher Nolan because he had worked in other projects for Christopher Nolan.
Oh, so some of these people only have cast or roles that are specifically for them?
Kind of. Some people are typecasted. That's what that's called when you get thrown. Like Samuel L. Jackson.
He's always the angry black guy?
He plays it because he's typecasted. Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay, I saw this. There was like 4 different pictures of him wearing just like a beige t-shirt with like pants. It was like, this is 4 different movies.
It
and
is.
It looked the same.
So when you're understanding. Yeah, so that's typecasting. I love that we're having the movie conversation because I'm a big fan of movies.
I mean, I think we argued about this.
Okay.
But Kevin Hart, he did some really serious roles really well.
I have never seen one.
I told you.
I didn't watch.
The one with Wesley Snipes. That one was fantastico.
Okay, what is that called? It's okay if you don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
For personal research, I'm like...
Well, no, because I want to say Man from Toronto, but Man from Toronto is with Woody something.
Harrelson?
Yeah, the guy from Zombieland.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that's the Man from Toronto. I can't think of this one, but another good one was it's a movie about this white dude getting paralyzed and Kevin Hart comes and be his caretaker or whatever. That one was really, really good.
The movie I know with a white guy, I mean, there's several movies with Kevin Hart and a white guy, but the one that came to mind when you said that, he doesn't get paralyzed, he has to go to prison, is Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, bro. Stupid, bro. What the
Get Hard's hilarious.
But anyway, man, yeah, I haven't seen any serious roles with young Kev. Young Kevo.
Oh my man, like because he was. I mean, I was saying that because he is a type like be goofy, be silly character, but he's done some really serious shit.
That's really cool.
well.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love when comedic actors break the stereotype of like I just got to be funny when they go off. Like Seth Rogen recently has had a couple different serious projects. Jim Carrey's done some serious projects. Will Ferrell, several guys. Eddie Murphy has done some serious projects. A lot of people have done some serious projects, you know, and I think that that's always really fun.
No, I agree. I was thinking of somebody that was really good. He was a comedian, but he was really good in something. Yeah, that's all right.
All right, let's talk about Predator versus Wolverine. Where were we?
Yeah, so I mean, at the beginning, it's just him. Actually, at the very, very beginning, it's him running away from something, and he is like fucked. And he was like, "Man, I what do you say? I'm tough or whatever." He was like, "I sure don't fuck. I sure and fuck don't feel like it." He's missing the shoulder. He's shot everywhere.
He has a quote in all the comments. So Wolverine's known for this quote. You know, I'm the best at what I do. That's what he says, and that's what he was starting.
Okay, that's what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so he said that, but he was like, "You sure I don't feel like it." And he is being chased by Predator, and then it goes into everything that kind of led up to that event, I believe. And it is Wolverine in the woods, of course, hunting, I believe it was, or he was doing something.
Yeah,
in the woods.
he's a hunter trader.
Yeah, so he went to the his local bar, and this person was already there looking for him, and he was buying him a drink, and an altercation between Wolverine and two other people broke out. And seeing how Wolverine handled these guys, the guy was like, "Dude, I'm desperate. I need your help. These people took my son, and they're looking for a ransom." And Wolverine, not having a father, he really sympathized with that, so he ends up going with the guy to go save his son. But once he gets to this cabin, he kills everybody inside, and the dude comes in behind him and shoots him in the back. And come to find out that the son wasn't real. This guy had partners. He was a bandit type deal, and he wanted all the money to himself. Well, right when he was going out of the lodge, he gets his head blown up by none other than Predator. Because before that little incident, Wolverine and the guy came up on Predator's lair, I guess, and found all these skeletons of humans, animals, etc. So he finally gets him there, and Wolverine and Predator starts fighting, and Wolverine's losing bad. So Wolverine was like, "I normally don't run from a fight, but this one, if I want to win, I have to run fast." And the chase goes on for a little bit, and then he gets to a cliff, and he's hiding underneath the cliff while Predator is standing on top of it. And then it goes to years later or years previous. I think it was one of the two. And Wolverine was like, "Man, it was once you have lived as long as me, memories start to run together, some start to fade. But because of this man," and he named a man, "some of these memories are gone forever." Because, you know, I think he's alluding to you know, if he gets shot in the head like a couple of times, he loses memory. I'm thinking that's what he's going with. But it's him, Sabretooth, and some other mutants on a helicopter, you know, in the years past. And it is Team X. Well, Wolverine was going over his encounter with Predator, because I guess they fought or whatever, or he killed one, something of that sort happened, and they landed, and he was like, "Something's not right, you know, they're smelling blood and all that fun shit." And then they see Predator, and he was like, "Well, oh yes," even though so they fought, and Wolverine forgot that he even fought Alien. But his quote before the book ended, he was like, "Well, I forgot, but he never forgot me." And he brought back up, and it was like all the Predators, and it was gangster. So I'm assuming the next issue is going to be Team X versus the Predators, and it's going to be lit.
It's going to be insane seeing Sabretooth run up against the Predators as well.
Sabretooth, to me, I would want Sabretooth's abilities more than Wolverine's.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the antimanium is cool, but I like the claws
on the
because
hand.
because it's more, to me, it's more like close combat. I'm more of a brute, so more close combat, more slamming, slashing. Yeah, this is cool. Like, you know, to me, the sharp teeth, like everything really.
See, I think that works out perfect because I would rather have the Wolverine.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I like his fight style.
Yeah, like I mean, he's more enraged, but when they fought in X-Men Origins, I believe it was. Yeah, he got the best of him in the first one. I mean, of course, he has to win in the other one, but I don't know. Just
Sabretooth ain't no slouch.
Yeah, he was really good. Like the lunging, the running. I don't know. Everything. To me, Sabretooth is more primal. Like Wolverine can get there, of course, but you know, he's sniffing the air for blood.
Sabretooth is Wolverine untamed. Like he's off a leash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's lethal.
Because aren't they brothers?
In some variants.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you familiar with Team X or whatever it's called?
No. So I mean, of course I know of X-Men. I saw the majority of Wolverine movies. So Origins.
I think Team X is in one of the Wolverine films.
Yes.
With,
because he has
Deadpool.
to. Yes, because he has to. I think that was what's the other? So there's X-Men Origins, and then there's X-Men something. Or Wolverine. Oh, there's Wolverine. The Wolverine. Or Wolverine.
There's like 3 Wolverine films.
Yeah, so I think that was probably Origins.
Maybe.
Because he had to go, like, Gambit died at one point. Yeah, that one was really good. That was one of my favorites.
I was a fan of those films back in the day. A lot of people don't like them, unfortunately. I'm glad you like them.
I was, before I got fired, I was actually fired from my old job. I was watching all the X-Men movies.
Really?
They were really good. Yeah, I think I got to the one where they got the plastic bullets and Magneto got hit with one, and at the end he like moved something. So I think that's the second one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to them.
If I'm not incorrect, I think Weapon X is a group that Stryker, which is the guy that created Wolverine, as far as like put the stuff in him, as well as Sabretooth and a lot of other mutants, man, Mystique, a lot of them. He did research on them. I think I may be incorrect on some of those, but he put together this task force that went and like did jobs, you know, for money or whatever, killed people, whatever they needed to do. But I'm a big fan. I liked the comic. I really enjoyed Predator versus Wolverine, man. I love seeing Wolverine on his lone stuff. That's some of the best runs. Just when he's by himself out there doing his own thing. You know what I mean? I'm not as familiar with Predator. You know what I mean? I know a little bit about Predator. We talked off air about the movie Prey, where he goes and he, goes against the native tribes and all that. I thought that was really cool. But I think a Predator versus Wolverine is a good versus, you know what I mean, because they're both animalistic characters, you know what I mean,
in a sense, because I was thinking of that title because I was thinking Wolverine versus Predator sounds better off the tongue, but even in boxing the A side goes first, then it's so and so versus so and so. So to me, since Predator is the predator, and he was saying like now I'm the prey type shit, so it's like Wolverine is fighting an uphill battle now, so it's going to be interesting seeing how he has to adapt to this apex predator. You know, like he even said like this is creme de la creme when it comes to killing.
I love how they started it off too, going off of that with,
like he was fucked
with Wolverine. Yeah, basically, you know, really injured and kind of on the run. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Wolverine like that a lot. As you said, I'm the prey now. Like, God, that's crazy to hear from Wolverine, because again, he's usually the hunter.
Yeah, if you guys want like a visualization of how he was looking, or like the mindset he was in, think of when Thanos beat up the Hulk the first time. We never thought Hulk would ever get treated like that. Like, even though we didn't see Wolverine get this injured, we can just imagine like the effect. Like,
I mean, even art wise, like a piece of his head was missing.
His shoulder,
had arms, and a part of his arm was ripped off. Like, as far as like flesh, not the whole entire arm, kids. I'm sure.
Yeah, because I don't think he can regrow body parts.
I think he can.
Really?
I think we'll look into it.
Yeah, because I only thought Deadpool can do that.
I think you may have a point.
Because I know if Wolverine gets decapitated, he's dead.
You know how many fights he's been in to not get anything taken off. Like, bro, is kind of nasty.
But he has that metal though. Nothing's really. That's like vibranium.
I wonder if you
Nothing's
can
cutting-
cut his stuff like that without the special sword that cuts.
Is it ding ding?
Here we go. I don't know, man. Yeah, probably. It is all in his body. You know,
Or is it only surrounding his bones? Because it wouldn't be his muscle because he would be hella heavy.
It is his bones.
Yeah. Okay. So it wouldn't be the ding ding. He got a man ding ding.
But to be in that many fights and not get your ding ding, it's not animanium cut off, like, it's crazy. That's a skill. You know what I'm saying? Dude is nasty with it. But
He kind of is a cheat code though, because if you stab him in the heart, he's just gonna look at you, kill you, and then pull it out. And he's dead. He's survived. So it's kind of a
what?
It's kind of a cop out.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think a healing factor is a cop? Is it a cop
Yes.
for Deadpool?
At least Deadpool's funny with it. Like he'll get his arm cut off and then pick it up and then put a middle finger and show you it.
I don't know. It's my favorite superpower, the healing factor. I think it's probably the most
Cop out.
useful power.
Imagine
It's a cop out in what way? Like, when compared to what?
if I wanted to fight you, right? And I am way better at fighting, and I stab you in all your vital organs, and you're not dying, and you just get me one time, and I'm human, and I just die. That's fucked up.
Sounds like a good power to have in that case.
That's why I say it's a cop out.
I guess.
He just throws caution to the wind. Where's Wolverine? Up, just getting shot
That's what
50,000
makes him so
times.
good. Like, if you think about the character of Wolverine, the hunter, he's an aggressor 9 times out of 10. Wolverine to the X-Men is the tank. He's the guy that you throw out there when you got to get up close, and you can't get up close, so you guys can take care of the rest of this stuff. So, like, it works out really well, you know.
He's just a pawn with armor.
Period. Yeah. Oftentimes in video games, I play the tank. So, like, I'll be the guy that just charges out and causes a bunch of damage, and I can't die. I just get beat up a lot, and then nothing happens to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a strategic thing. You know what I'm saying?
A strategic ass whooping.
Exactly. But luckily, Wolverine lays the smackdown time and time again. It's a nice thing.
Because he can't fucking die. I mean, of course.
He's also very aggressive, which I feel adds to it. But
Now that we're talking about it, I don't know if I like Wolverine.
I'm a big fan, man. He's one of the best, as he says, to do it. But overall, I thought the book was good as well as the art. I thought
really
it was a
good.
beautiful book, man. I've been reading. I would look forward to issue 2 of this. If you want to cover it next time it's out.
Yeah.
I thought it
There's
was
a
good.
lot that I need to catch up on, man. So, I mean, I'm looking at those other Batmans. So there's gonna be a lot to discuss, and I feel like that would be another good one to add.
Next week, if you want, I'd love to go over what is it? Gargoyle of Gotham.
That's what that word is.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what that word was.
I would love to go over that book. I was a fan of the first issue of what I read. It's really adult, and that's what I go for in comics, man. So I think it'll be really good. The art is also pretty brutal, so it's really bloody and things like that.
Really?
Reminds me of a Garth Ennis or something like that.
And that's
Garth
what I
Ennis work.
told you. That's what I told you. I want to start seeing out of like just new DC is how human it can get. I want to see blood. I want to see people die. I want to see Batman walking in and people are in pieces. Like, give me that. If I can't get it in a film, I want it in a book.
I also
Because the book is the imagination on paper. I mean, of course, films and shit is imagination on that, but just the detail that can go into a 2D image gives you so much of an opportunity to do so much.
A book you would probably read currently or enjoy is I'm reading The Red Ribbon Queen, and that's full of the body horror, if you will. It got I just did an episode over it. It got scenes of people's flesh just being ripped off into ribbons, and it's mad graphic. You might like it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's more of a detective / horror comic, but
Oh,
versus
that
super.
sounds good.
It's good. Feel free to read it if you like it. We can talk about it on the show. I'd love to talk about it again. As I say, there's about 8 issues. There's only 2 out right now, so
Not bad.
not too hard to hop in and enjoy. Next week, kids, I might talk about some old Daredevil, or we'll see. Well, definitely, if you're down, I'd love to talk to you about Gargoyles of Gotham and see
Yeah,
what you
for
think.
sure. Is it already out?
Yeah, issue 1 is.
Okay. I'll read it. And then that Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong.
It looks good.
Seems
It looks
really
good. Speaking of comics for next week, or just in general, guys, I want to show you guys my to grab list. Isn't this the X-Files?
Yeah, but it's a great thing because you're about to unveil in a black bag.
I recently started the X-Files this past week before last for the
really?
first time. Yeah, the old X-Files, the beginning. Checking it out for the first time. Never seen it, but
I wish I can get into like older movies.
Yeah,
because I just feel like they're corn.
I have an appreciation for cinema and film. To where
for
it's
sure.
like,
and that's what I appreciate. You. It don't matter.
I got you, baby.
You know I fuck with you.
I love you too. So, Tales of the Titans, kids. I've been reading the Tales of the Titans series. The first one was about Starfire. The second one was about Raven, which was my favorite one. Now we have one on Dawn of Troy. This is book 3 of 4. I'm curious as to who they're going to do the 4th one on. Maybe Cyborg, which would be really cool. Obviously, I'm a Dick Grayson fan, but we also got Beast Boy and Wally West, so you don't know. But kids, this is on my to-read list this week. We also got, which I haven't read any of these since I've started picking them up, Detective Comics, kids. I need to go back and start reading the Detective Comics series. I mean, Detective Comics has been going on for far too long and for me not to be reading. I thought I unsubbed to this, but it's fine. I guess we're going to keep it up. Batman Brave and the Bold. I haven't been reading it. I started the first one. I think Juwlz is the one who got me into it. Because it's not like a continued story. It's just not really my jam.
Yeah, it's like bits and pieces of different stories.
Like an anthology or something, which is cool. It's just not my style. The covers have been, I will say, phenomenal. I can't quite tell you about the literature, kids, but the covers have been really, really cool. Batman Gargoyle
that
Gotham,
looks really good.
Issue 1 right here. Yeah, this cover is cool, man. Yeah, it's really cool. Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, kids. This is on mine and Juwlz to read list together.
Probably not going to look at that cover as much because I still got to read this one.
For sure. Yo,
kind of giving something away, so I'm just going to mind my business over here.
So this is probably what I'm.
A big book.
It is. This is probably a book. These next 2 books are probably what I'm most excited for, kids. Me and Juwlz have both been on these. Kids, we have Dawn of DC Titans issue number 3, which I've been waiting for. I had to wait for what was
and
this?
And the other one, golly.
What was this last event that just happened? Something just happened. Oh, the sleeping thing.
Oh, yes, Night Terrors.
Night Terrors, guys. I had to wait all the way through Night Terrors for these 2 books to come out. We got Nightwing.
Oh, it's only on 3?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm not
You
that far
catch
behind
up.
then, yeah.
Yeah. Nightwing issue, what was
106?
that? 106.
Oh, yeah. I'm hella...
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was like so far on these.
So I'm really excited, as you guys know and as Juwlz
I like that
knows.
black and white.
I do too. I'm a huge Dick Grayson fan, huge Nightwing fan. I've been following this book for quite some time, as well as when the Titans came out, as you guys see, issue 3. But I've been following it since it dropped, so I'm super excited. And I do want to take some time to say also, guys, the current run on Batman is just so good. I was telling Juwlz off air, there's a current war going on in Gotham between Batman, the Bat family, and Catwoman, and half of the Bat family is standing with Catwoman against the Batman. I won't go into too much. We might talk about it next week together, but
I'll pick it up.
It's so good. You just got to go back about 2 issues and you'll get everything.
Just
because it's almost as everything that I've updated you with Batman coming back from the multiverse. It's like a restart.
Okay.
But that stuff still happened.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's a fresh story.
Yeah,
a fresh arc.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So I really hope you pick it up, man. It's good.
And when you say current Batman, is that like the most canon Batman, or is that just the one that you know that's current?
It's just Batman. The book's called Batman.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Batman just in general.
So this Batman, so that's how it worked. Like the book Batman ties into a lot of the events and stuff like that go on, and like that's the Batman they use quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So he, to a degree, it's the Batman. You know what I mean? But the book is also just called Batman.
Makes sense. Okay.
Comics are so weird sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
dude, if I didn't meet this man, I would have gotten different issues. I would have been so lost with how I should dabble in this What do we call it? Industry, yeah.
But
damn nerds.
I really hope you sorry. There's a book back there that I'm like, what is that? I really hope you pick up the Batman or just read it. I think you'll really like it. It's really cool, man. Just the concept, and you love nitpicking at Batman, so I know you're gonna love tearing him apart in this one because Catwoman's actually maybe kind of right. Red Hood sides with her, so that's cool. So just stay tuned. You're gonna like it, Juwlz. Kids, we might go over that next week if Juwlz gets time to read it. So I'm really happy. Juwlz, we're reaching the last 10 minutes here. I do want to take some time to tell you I've been watching Gen Z. I won't go into spoilers or anything for you guys at home. Yeah, for sure. You watched The Boys, huh? Yeah, you watched it before me. Dude, it holds up. Literally with the first scene. Do you remember how The Boys opens up? With A-Train running through that and then just blood and guts. Mm-hmm. Oh, they keep the same energy.
Yeah.
It does
when he
stop.
was when that guy got small and went into the gangster.
Get ready. There's another scene in this one, bro. There's another scene in this one I can't tell you, but
see that. But
can
see,
I tell
that's
you? It's not a spoiler. It's just like a thing. It's a side thing.
It has to be a thing. Man.
I'll leave it alone. Just get ready.
I'm coming to your house after this.
All right.
Really.
Well, me and my wife are actually going to do something. But
It's
if you do want to watch, Gen Z at my crib, I got you, baby.
I appreciate it.
But it's good, kids. I was a little worried with it being a spin-off of something. I was like, dude, they're going to water this down. It's going to be trash.
Yeah. I see where you can get that from.
It's worth the watch,
Hell
man. Yeah. Netflix has some really cool things on the way.
Netflix got some really good shit.
You just watched you're watching One Piece, the live action.
Yeah, I finished the live action One Piece.
Is that a movie or is that episodes? What is that?
It's about an hour long, so it's like mini movies. Like,
Okay.
So each episode is about an hour long,
Okay.
and there's like 8 episodes or so, 5, 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they get all the way to, I don't know. I think it was Arlong, and that's like episode hundreds or 200s, I believe. So
Really?
they cover a lot of information. The only thing I don't like, so the actor who plays Luffy looks like Luffy, right? I would have envisioned Luffy, if he was a real man, to look like this. His voice does not match how
Really?
I think Luffy. It's more of like, I don't know if it's like Caribbean or Hispanic. His voice just doesn't sound like Luffy. And
Really?
minus that, it's 9.5 out of 10.
That's amazing.
Let me give it an 8 because I really don't like the dude's voice.
The reason this is big,
I'm gonna give
kids,
it an 8 out of 10.
is because Juwlz is a genuine. I think this is your favorite anime next to Naruto.
Yeah.
One Piece fan. So if it holds up to him, because you guys know how I would be if like a Batman film was done and it wasn't what it should be.
It's good.
It's he says it's good, kids.
Like,
a 9 point. What'd you say? 9 point what?
I'm giving it a 9.5 because of the voice, but then I went down to 8.
For some reason, I thought you said a 9.10, and I was like, what is that? Anyway, so if Juwlz says it's good, I'm going to give it a watch. I still haven't watched One Piece, though, so I'm like...
One cool thing, my brother pointed this out to me. One cool thing is each pirate has a bounty, and it will pull up, and then they will interact with that bounty. So,
Really?
like, let's just say your bounty came up, and you just ripped it in pieces, and went on with your dialogue.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
That's awesome,
Like,
man.
it's just a little thing that they threw in there that I found really cool. Because I know other movies had done that when they had, like, wanted posters or in, like, different... parody movies that they would like move the camera out of the way. So it's really cool. I like when movies are kind of like interactive with things that are not really there, if that makes sense.
I hear you. Well, man, I'm glad you like it. It's on my to watch list. I don't know if I'm going to try to watch some One Piece first or watch the movies. I think are the shows. I think I can watch the live action show.
If you watch the movie, you'll get an idea of everything. It just doesn't play out exactly.
That's expected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As I said, Netflix has some really cool series coming out, guys. I just did some reaction videos to them. Devil May Cry. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
I know the game. I've never played the game.
Okay, so it's one of my favorite game franchises.
I know people back in the day used to love it.
It's heavy. You got 15 seconds, kids, of a trailer. But in that,
I was about to say, like, they about to blow up? What's going on?
but in that 15 seconds, as a die-hard Devil May Cry fan, Oh, they got me.
Oh.
So they did an anime series sometime back of Devil May Cry, and it took away one of the biggest things. The main character, Dante, he's full of personality, and in the anime,
what do you mean full of personality?
He's a cocky, crap talking.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, you know those anime characters, but they didn't capture that at all in the anime, the first anime. In this anime, already in those 15 seconds, you could tell they are
He's cocky as fuck.
Yeah, and it's perfect. Also, one of the big things in the game is like they always got a really dope soundtrack. One of the best soundtracks in a game I've heard. And they captured it in the trailer as well. Instantly, there was some crazy metal going in. It just looked intense. So
how you feel about that trailer? How I feel about One Piece.
Nice.
Minus the actor's voice.
I will say also the animation looked really good. It's done by the same people that did Castlevania: Curse of Darkness, which they just dropped a new series for that. I'm not a big. I don't know if it's Curse
the
of
anime.
Darkness. Yeah,
I haven't watched.
I haven't watched it either, but I have my boy SF over there at the Dingus Den is a big fan of that. You know what I'm saying? So they just dropped a new thing. They also have a Tomb Raider anime on the way. Yeah,
I played it when GameFly was a big thing. I got a Tomb Raider game, and it was good. I fuck with Laura.
I only have experience from one of the games as well, and it was really good. I'm gonna look at this show. The animation again.
Yeah,
looks phenomenal. Guess who's involved with it again? The people from Castlevania.
Okay. He says the anime.
An anime. All these are animes. Everything I'm listing is an anime except one, but it's a cartoon, but I wouldn't consider it an anime.
For sure.
Hold on one second. I'm actually pulling up there's this one show that I want to talk about that just looks so good, kids. And again, like I said, we do have some reaction videos on the YouTube if you guys want to check. Or actually, they're not. They're on the way, though. But I want to tell you about this show in particular, Juwlz, because, dude, it is everything I want. I'm mad obsessed with, like, cyberpunk and stuff like that, man. I don't know if you know that about me, but, like, vaporwave and, like, 80s and, like, Blade Runner-esque stuff. I don't know if you played the game Cyberpunk 2077, but, like, it's so my jam. They got this new animated show called Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, which is a spin-off of the Far Cry Blood Dragon video game. Dude, and it just looks so good. It's a Ubisoft, the game company, Ubisoft TV show. I haven't really seen them do that, so it looks good. When you get time, Juwlz, watch the trailer. Another one that you specifically would be really into, it's an anime called The Blue-Eyed Samurai. Go watch the trailer, bro. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Just go watch the trailer, the soundtrack.
I do love samurai movies.
I do as well, bro.
It's just something about, like, there's just something about him. I don't know. Afro Samurai. Did you watch Yusuke?
I didn't watch Yusuke. I watched Afro Samurai, though.
Yusuke is good.
I
think he's based off a real guy.
I think he is, too. I think I've heard that. The first black samurai. Or maybe the only.
Shout out to us.
But definitely check out Blue Eye Samurai. I think you'll really enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I definitely will.
And none of it's out yet. But the trailers. Go check out the trailers. Another one. Yeah, last but not least, kids, for you figure collectors and for you oldies out there, guys, and for you Kevin Smith heads, I watched some of the beginning of the first series, or the first season of this, He-Man Masters of the Universe, kids, directed by Kevin Smith. Season 2 is on its way, and I'm pretty hyped for it. The animation, the fights look so brutal.
Since you and Kevin Smith are friends now, you should get him to be in one of our skits.
If me and Kevin Smith were friends, I would.
You guys are friends. He did your wedding.
He did my wedding.
How the hell did that happen?
Man, we just came to Impulse Creations, home of Comic Con's podcast, where you get 30% off
all pre-orders and subscriptions. But that is just fantastic.
It was. He was doing a signing, man.
Man, you should have been. So he's like an ordained minister, though?
True indeed.
That's
of the
gangster.
church, Universal Life Church, kids.
But anyway, we had the podcast at that time? Didn't we?
I think so. Maybe not.
No, because I think that was a little bit later.
A little bit.
Yeah. Damn, Kevin, hit us up. Clip this part out and send it to us. Let's do a Clerks here in Tulsa. Impulse Creation, 30% off. Where you married this man and his lovely wife.
True indeed. Come see us, Kevin.
But if that's all from you, that's all from me.
Juwlz, what I would like you to do, my friend, is go ahead and plug up all your stuff, and I'll take us out of here, my friend.
I'm just hungry, y'all.
No, you're perfect, man.
Yeah, man. Check out Socks on or Off podcast, Comic Con's podcast. We will be at Tulsa Comic Book Swap out there in
I got the
Glenpool. We got the flyer. Shout out to Nick Goltra, who's putting it on again.
Daddy Nick.
I thought it was going to be Father's Day of next year when we had to wait, but luckily, because of Nick and his awesomeness of awesome, it will be Sunday, October 29th, 2023, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is $3, so it's not free like last time, but all children 12 and under are free. So if you have little ones, make sure you bring the little ones. Come support your local comic book people. We had people from out of state. We had people from locally, so it's going to be a fantastic time. Look for more information to come. We'll probably do another commercial for it.
Yes.
It's going to be a fantastic time. Dress up. Come say hi to the cons. If you want to be interviewed by us, because we're definitely going to be checking people out. We probably will give, I'll talk to you after that.
There will be a giveaway, kids.
Yes, there will be giveaways. But we have one that we really wanted to find out what we can do with it. And maybe best costume could get it.
If you wear costumes, kids, I love cosplay. Jules loves cosplay, so.
Oh, I love women in cosplays.
Jules is, he does. He loves that.
If my nose would bleed like an anime, I'd lose so much. I would lose so much.
Yeah,
it all goes to the ding.
So it's going to be really cool. Pop out. Tammy Aaron will be there. Pippi Longstocking, good friend of ours. Shout out, fam.
Pippi's Peppers.
Pippi's Peppers. Is that a thing?
No, remember you, because she has a garden, and I was like, I'm trying to get some of that garden stuff. You're like, Pippi Peppers. That was probably the most coolest thing I ever heard you say.
Thanks. That's not.
Pippi's Peppers. Yo, make that a thing right now, son.
I hate that's the coolest thing I've ever said to you. Like, I say cool stuff. Anyway, Pippi Longstocking will be there, kids. The real Tammy Aaron herself. Cobweb Collectibles, good friend, the guy that actually donated our entire giveaway for you guys. He's the guy. So him and his son will be out there with Cobweb Collectibles. Tegrity Collectibles will be in the building. That's our boys. Go Tegrity. Nick Goltra. Equinox Comics, probably.
It'd be good to see them again.
A bunch of other people. So guys, come there at the con, Glenpool Conference Center. We're actually going to make another video for this here in just a second. But yeah, kids, pop out to that. Juwlz, Socks On or Off podcast on YouTube, kids. Go check that out. Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And kids, Comic-Con's podcast, that's COMICKHANS, that stands for King's Kid Podcast, on all streaming platforms, kids. Anywhere you need a podcast, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere, literally, go there. It's there, kids. YouTube, be sure to subscribe, kids. If you're watching this, subscribe, hit that like button, comment, tell us what comics you'd like us to see, or like us to read. Tell us what you'd like us to react to. Tell us what you want to hear us talk about, man. Is it Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? What's the greatest trilogy to ever exist, kids? To me, it's Planet of the Apes. Also, kids, be sure to check out King Castro X Gaming on Twitch and kids. We're out here, we're live, we're direct, we're doing big things. Impulse Creations, we love you. Thank you for being our home. And without further ado, kids,
may your pain be champagne.
And we out. Brrr. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful as always. I missed it.
I did as well. It was good.